Happy birthday! What's up? Welcome. Good birthday to you. God damn it, Alex. Forgot to tell me to move that before it pisses me off when I do something stupid like move my mic. I'm still not gonna move it. I'm just gonna move it slightly. So it's probably still gonna piss me off when it falls. Yo, where's the beef? Dude, you're telling me about it, but I'm also very manic, so. Go to sleep. Take a nap, then fire the missiles. Well, that's because you took fucking 15 minutes to get here, and you weren't here when I put it there like 2 days ago. Manic energy can definitely be very beneficial when aware and utilized correctly. But that's definitely the key part. That's not my fault. I can do no wrong. I'm like Jesus. So I was manically trying to get all the controllers done today because, you know, I kind of put it off doing it yesterday so that I could take a day and not bicycle at that. So then I got to it this morning and it took a lot longer than I anticipated. So instead of, you know, being done by like 9 or 10 a.m., I wasn't done until like 2 p.m. I was like, fuck. I booked it down there, then got back. Then I did some stretches and whatnot. And then I took a shower. And then I took a bath. And now I've been like manically scouring the internet, looking for more parts because he was like, "Oh, find out about more thumbstick caps." And then I want to know about potentiometers so I can fix more stick drift. So I'm gonna, you know, try to get like a parts list and some prices for them, and then present it to him and be like, "Look, I know you only asked me for this, but how about this?" I can't do wrong. I've done it so many times. That's what you get for existing. God damn it. 2 pieces. God damn it. I don't like this. Every time I find something, I'm like, "Oh, piece of candy." And then they're like, you know, either 1 or 2 pieces per lot, quote unquote. Like, I want the fucking ones that are like 10, 20, 50, you know? Maybe you're Jesus. You ever think about that? You and that cross? If you're disappointed. Oh, God. See, the cool part is, while I'm looking at these, it does look like the PS2, PS3, and Xbox 360 all use this. Well, one of the controllers all use the same joystick. And there's two different versions. So really, there's two for Xbox 360, PS2, and PS3. Or there's four. I don't know. Is there a difference between these? Oh fuck, there is. Okay, so there's four between the three consoles instead of, you know, like 18. Yeah, it still shortens the list. No, but that's the shitty thing, because with the PlayStation fucking ribbons, mother of fuck. Let's see if I can pull that up. Damn it. I like the ones that have all of them, but let's see if I can show this. So look, here's PS3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 different ones over there. And then let's see. What's this? What's that? Five. I don't know. Moving on. Here's PlayStation 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, really, because they're in 2 different fucking colors. I'm not even sure if that's actually a difference or not. You get the point of the story, though. There's a lot of different shit just for PlayStation. Oh my god, I was gonna tell you about it. It was pissing me off so much. There was a PlayStation, 2 PlayStation controllers I took apart this morning, right? Both identical models. You know, SCPH 10010. And I was like, cool, you know, didn't think anything of it. Threw them both in, and then I put them back together. And then as soon as I got to the second one, the triangle button didn't fit. I was like, fuck, are you serious? Every button but the triangle was the same. The triangle was the only goddamn button that was different on the 2 fucking controllers. So I had to swap those. And then I got to the circuit board on the second one, and then the circuit board wouldn't fit. So I was like, fuck, are you serious? So the circuit boards, although almost identical, were like a millimeter off in some places. So I had to swap that too. Oh my god. And then on top of that, like the back plate of itself, you know, was just ever so slightly different. There was like one little tweak on there, so it wouldn't close unless I, you know, swapped it. I was like, fuck PlayStation. Wholeheartedly. See, this is what I want. I want to get this. You know, it's a 10-pack of just the potentiometers, not the whole fucking joystick. And I can get all these for PlayStation 4 and 5. The only problem is I'm looking for fucking PlayStation 2 and 3. But these are all 10-packs, and they're only for $3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 $15 for 10, 20, 30, 50 potentiometers for PlayStation 4 and 5. Yeah, no, it's not bad at all. I guess I'm getting my own little bin now. I went down there today, you know, to do everything, and he was telling me about how he's basically getting rid of all the shelving that he has back there with all the different controllers in different boxes, and he's just gonna have like 2 big bins at the bottom, one for me and one for his other repair guy. So whether he's there or not, you know, I got my own bin to well, I guess not repair, but clean and potentially repair. Better than a cubicle. Oh, right. My phone's still updating. Okay, never mind. I've been pissed off because I can't pip my TikToks anymore. So when I can't go live or go in somebody's live and like watch it and, you know, do other stuff. So I've been angry. But I didn't think about it, and I started, you know, Googling and asking Siri, and fucking she was like, I don't know, can I ask ChatGPT? And I was just like, are you fucking serious? All right. let's see what you two come up with. And they were like, did you update? And I was like, actually. And then I went and looked, and there's an update. I was like, fuck. When did that change? Dude, I don't know, because I don't use Siri. I use Siri maybe like once a year. At most. That's being generous. Like, I honestly think it's been about 4 years since I've genuinely asked Siri something. But I didn't want to type it in Google or anything. So I was just like, hey Siri, do you know why you can't do this anymore? Fix that thing? When did that change? Oh, that you can't pip? I mean, for me, recently. I don't know how recent, but probably within the last week, I'd say. But I mean, to be fair, this is kind of the moral of the story about coding and why updates are important and upgrading your stuff is important. Because I do still have TikTok on my iPhone 6S Plus. Okay? Granted, it is an entirely different experience over there, and I do not like it. It is so slow, and some stuff is buggy. Like, they definitely haven't been working on The iPhone 6 patches very well. But I remember that back when I was in computer classes and whatnot, and we had talked about when you build websites, you got to make sure that it works on all the different things. So there's there's a way to check that, and yeah, we even went through on like what most of the world uses, and what you're supposed to be up to date with. So like certain phones and certain operating systems and certain specs of computers and whatnot. That way you have a wide range of what your website actually works on. Oh, nice. Oh, speaking of, did you find the Thanksgiving shit that I tagged you in on TikTok? Go do shit. Go do the shit and try to win a fucking computer. Well, go do it. Go do it. I don't know when it's done, but he posted it yesterday for Black Friday. Hopefully, it's still going on. Yep. Handle it. I'm gonna take a couple deep breaths and smoke something. I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but you're supposed to essentially watch the whole video. I think say what your favorite part of that computer is, and then like, share, comment. Well, obviously comment, what your favorite part was, and like, share, whatever. Acting nothing. That's bullshit. I can't send you shit. My fucking phone's updating for the next 30 fucking days. Because it's a goddamn Apple update. First of all, did you actually check, or did you just look for your notifications in your latest activity? Because, like, I noticed quite a while ago that I would be mentioned and it never showed up in my activity. But if I actually directly went into the mentions folder, I could see that, like, I had been mentioned and not notified. Also, just go to, I think his name is Da Poet. Let me see if I can just Google it. Yeah. Da Poet. Well, Poets. DA Poets. And then look for his fucking Black Friday post. I swear to God. Yeah, it's his pinned post giveaway. Posted it yesterday. There's 1,200 comments now. God damn. I think I commented when there was like 7. Fuck, I was early. It's, yeah, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So yeah, I'll let you do your thing. I just realized, even though my phone, oh, never mind. How many times are you watching it? You're taking as long as this Apple update. Which is still actually going, by the way. It did finish downloading. Now it's installing. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it, looking for my comment, and I started to, but I scrolled for like maybe 7 seconds before I was like, oh, there's 1,200 comments. And I commented at the beginning. I swear to God, there was only like 7, maybe 9 comments total when I commented. But yeah, I follow that dude. He built some crazy fucking PCs. He does the shit that I want to do. That's for sure. I want those PCs. Crazy. I'll have to try to find it on mine, because I know you can see your recent comments somewhere. That's not a bad PC that he's giving away. It's pretty fucking good. I mean, realistically, the graphics card is quote unquote the worst thing on there. Like 8 gigs of RAM does seem like a little low, but then again, you know, I'm thinking more along the lines of like 1440 4K, not like he was talking about 1080 and 1440. But like the Ultra 7, like that's a hefty fucking processor. The 2 terabytes of NVMe solid state. I don't know if it's the Samsung, but regardless, 2 terabytes is pretty good. That's, you know, awesome to start with. 32 gigs of DDR5. I don't know if you know what's going on with RAM right now, but hold on, I know you don't. So I'll just show you. What? Oh my god. Dude, if you need RAM, get it. There's there's one available. I didn't expect this. Oh yeah, it's definitely still upgradable. Holy fuck. Is that even right? I need to check somewhere else. Huh. Did the RAM prices go back down? There we go. This is what I was talking about. Is uh I was hearing about a shortage that was going on, And RAM prices, I was seeing them on eBay and shit for like, you know, $1,700-$1,200. But yeah, I mean, it does, like, Amazon only had that one. That was the only one on Amazon. So that was pretty remarkable. But I mean, I'm not really saying anything too crazy. I guess, Jesus Christ, this. What the fuck? See, this is absolutely absurd. 32 gigs, DDR5, 4800 hertz. Not even that fast. That's barely faster than fucking DDR4. And it's only 32 gigs. Oh wait. Oh, it's 64 gigs, but it's still $800. Like, what the fuck? I think I paid 300 when mine was brand new for 64 gigs. And that was, you know, name brand. And it's actually pretty, not this generic looking bullshit. uh but yeah, so by the way, it's got plenty of RAM and good RAM and RAM. The processor? I was kind of thinking the motherboard. I like the port availability. Ooh, I got an idea. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna try to do some comparisons. Yeah, the fan that it has on there is, I don't know if it's amazing, but I know air cooler is better than water cooler or AIO. I learned that the hard way. And I'm scared about mine ever since it was doing that weird shit a few months ago. Fuck it. There we go. Yay. Oh, it's a 5060 Ti. That's better than the 5060 at least. I thought it was just a base. Well, your integrated graphics are far superior than mine. As far as, the processor goes, if you didn't use the graphics card, I'm only looking at the processor right now. It definitely looks like yours opens up a significant speed boost. Not just core clocks and whatnot, but like as far as PCIe lanes. Like it doesn't look like mine does 4.0 and yours is at 5.0. It would be nice, yeah. It'd be fucking amazing. Huh. Oh yeah, you got a fuckload more cores. I was reading the little comparison thing, and it was talking about where is it? It's far superior, blah blah blah. Yeah, I get it. Where is it? Oh, for heavy multi-threaded tasks that use all cores, uh, you know, the processor that I have is still strong, but in almost every other scenario, productivity gaming, power efficiency, all that, the Ultra 7 is superior. So then I started looking at it, and mine's a 10 core, right? But it's, all physical. Yours, well, the theoretical, the Ultra 7, 8 core physical, but there's an additional 12 efficiency cores. So realistically, it's double the cores that I have. $36 MB cache. What the fuck's mine? Isn't it like 20? Yeah. God damn. So it's 16 extra megabyte cache, which is a significant boost. So like, you know, open world games, all that stuff that I was talking about. Fuck, now I want one. Only $300. It's only a $300 processor. All right, next. GPU. All right. So there's one for my PC. my lowly little 3080 is still an absolute powerhouse at 4K gaming and content creation. Mostly because of you know, the fact that it's nearly more than twice as much RAM. That's definitely good to know. But my God, that processor is a beast. That's not even the Ultra 9, which is the one that I would have wanted. Now I want to look up the Ultra 9. Hold on. '24 core. How many cache? Fuck. Why don't you tell it? Why isn't that in the fucking description? .7 gigahertz max speed. You can definitely push that over 6 with overclocking. I think even mine you can push to 6. There's like 3 people in the world that did or something. I stand a chance. I remember looking that up. Because like I was hitting 5.1 where I could, you know, use it for a little bit before it crashed. And realistically, you were supposed to be able to get 5.3 out of mine. But I think it was quote unquote 4.3. And realistically, it's 3.9. Dude, how much cash does the Ultra 9 have? Can I ask Rufus? There's another fucking name. 40 megabytes. Mother of God. Gimme. 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 I don't even fucking need that, but like, no, I like astonishing things. Okay, moving back on. NVMe, yeah, we can't really know anything about the NVMe other than like it's the same capacity. And if it is the Samsung, it's definitely going to be faster because even the one gen past mine is like 2,000 or 3,000 megabytes faster. Oh yeah, I don't know what kind of motherboard's on that, so I can't really compare that. No, I'm asking DeepSeek to compare them, and it's mine's overkill and inefficient. The giveaway one is excellent and responsive. Limited older platform. Yeah. Poor high power draw. Not really. See, I don't understand how it says I have a very good CPU but an excellent GPU. Like there was nothing that I knew past what I got aside from, spending like $5,000. Oh my God, is my fucking Apple update finally done? Holy fuck, I forgot that was even still going. Jesus Christ. How the fuck long was that? Oh. Well, you came in at 15 minutes. So how long have I been live? An hour and 5. So it's been about an hour and 5 minutes. And I'm finally back in my phone. I don't like it. I fucking hate it. Why did I do that? I don't want this update. I don't want this update. Ew. I see why everybody hates it so much. I don't like it. I don't like it. I see why everybody was bitching about this. I don't fucking want it. It's the Apple Glass update. And picture in picture now though. Anybody live?
As well.
Hi. No. Oh, wait.
So like right before.
God damn it. Still no. So I got this ugly ass update and I still can't fucking pip. Dude, what the fuck? This stupid ass update came with a bunch of fucking spam. You got all these new apps installed on my phone. Get the fuck away from me, Siri. I'm trying to turn off. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. Go away. Go away. Go the fuck away. All right. Damn it. What happened to Pip? Like some special finger movement I don't know about now? God damn it, Apple. Hate you. Moral of the story? I need to drink more water. So, I've got a minimum of 7 hours worth of controllers to do. And I'm going to try to time it and also, get them done. Yeah. Oh my god. So, there's the moral of the story. I was walking down the street. I actually was once. But that's not the story. So, bicicleta. I decided lots of things yesterday. And I spent a good while last night measuring and searching. So I did order a new bike seat today because allegedly mine is like 30 centimeters too small. And on top of that, I never actually fitted myself for riding the bike. I just, you know, put it together. Called it a day. So I started doing all the measurements and whatnot, which is how I got to the fact that my seat is hypothetically at least 30 centimeters too small. And that kind of was made evident with the next point of I also adjusted it to the right level. Like not height wise, but like angle. And yeah, it definitely feels small now. But yeah, see, that's the thing is a lot of people don't know a lot of stuff about bikes, which is why bike shops are so fucking goddamn pretentious. And yeah, that's why it gets super expensive to like properly, you know, do your bike. And they're very eager to show you about, you know, well, your posture's wrong, so you need a new seat. It's gotta, you know, you gotta measure this. Well, you got a riser. You need a riser bar now. You gotta, you know, a lot of it kind of is true, even though it's upselling. It fucking sucks because when you buy a pre-built bike, it's a lot like buying a pre-built computer. You're getting, you know, something that's gonna get you going, but like you really should be upgrading 90% of it eventually. Like yeah, the seat, they always tell you that's the first thing you should upgrade, and handlebars you should at least cut to length. Yeah, you're supposed to cut your handlebars. They're manufactured to be cut. In case you didn't know. But yeah, that's another thing. I found out that my seat was too small. Originally, it was too low, but I did raise it a while ago, so that was fine. But it was not at the right angle. My shoulder width, or like my hands, the grips are way too far apart. So I definitely need to cut my handlebars, or you know, get some smaller ones. But you know, of course, it is also a mountain bike, and I'm kind of riding it differently than. That's another thing is like you ride different bikes in different styles. So like, depending on your position and your if you have an aggressive, you know, stance while you're riding, then you need different measurements. If you have a more relaxed and touring stance, you need different fucking measurements and shit. And you know, a lot of that is probably directly tied to why my back and the whole side has been fucked up. Because like it did start months ago, right before this, and then just got worse after I started cycling. So on top of, you know, sitting like a fucking gremlin or an anime protagonist. Here, I'll even show you one of the vids that I recently just watched, if I can find it. Let's see it.
Be, you know, 100 millimeters below the highest point of the seat or something like that. Forget about the number. What you're looking for is the posture of the rider. And this is a hard thing for...
This is the best video I've ever seen on this.
A lot of experience looking at people on bikes. It's a hard thing for a person to sort of get a good grip on. without a little bit of reference point, if you like. And the great news is it's much easier for you as the rider to feel what's going on. Here in my clinic, we're very lucky. We have a big mirror on my left here, which you might be able to see the old.
It's only a 7-minute video.
there. Yep.
But he
So I
explains
can actually put my
everything
posture in a mirror. Now, if you've got
pretty
something like
fucking
this at
well
home,
for
you've got a
an
wardrobe
extensive
mirror, like that you get dressed
topic.
in front of and you can move it around. Set your trainer up so that you can see yourself from the side. So, or you can video yourself, but watching yourself from the side is a really good option. Now, how do you set the height of the front end? Now, this assumes that the back end of the bike is set up fairly well. You've got to have your seat height fairly close to where it should be. Your seat's set back as well. You need to be well balanced on the pedals before you can really see the postural changes that I'm going to talk to you about here. So this position here, I'm going to start pedaling and it'll be a little bit loud. We're going to pedal for you for 10 or 15 seconds. And I'm going to try and talk over the noise, but this will show you what a balanced position should look like. So when the rider's pedaling at a moderate pace, you should have, in an ideal world, not too much weight on your hands. Now you can see when I lift my hands, I'm only doing 100 watts here or so, not a lot of power. If I lift my hands off, I will have a bit of an inclination to tip forward, but you can see I'm obviously very light on my hands. If the load goes up 300 watts or so, I'm very, very light on my hands. That's a good starting point for the back end. That means that the seat is roughly in the right spot. I'm well balanced. Now what you're looking for with the stem height is the posture of your shoulders and your elbows. So looking in the mirror here to my left, I can see that when I'm in a fairly comfortable position, I have a large bend in my elbows. Now it doesn't matter if it's that much, or even more if you're in a fairly decent aero tuck, but you need to have some bend in the elbows. If the bars are too low, the first thing the rider will do, start locking their elbows out, like this. They will brace onto the front end. You will get a similar effect if the bars are too high, where you'll prop yourself up. The difference is in the shoulder. The posture of the shoulder will change if the bar is too low versus too high. You will see two different things. If the bar is too high, you will see a situation where the person's locking their elbows and they're trying to drop their torso between their shoulder blades like this. And so you will see scapular retraction and they will try and drop down like this. This type of posture that you're seeing in the mirror there, or when you're looking at me here from the side, is pretty much always an indication that the bars are too high and the rider is trying to subconsciously drop their torso lower between their shoulders. You get the opposite effect, of course, if the bar is too low. So if the stem is too low, the rider will tend to protract their scapulars, which means to move them around their chest wall like this, to try and get down to the bars further. So they're moving their shoulder blade to make their arm longer. And in the previous scenario where the bars are too high, they're moving their shoulder blade to make their arm shorter, if that makes sense. So this actually, the protraction or the retraction of the scapula makes the difference in terms of the two different postures, giving you a clue as to, oh, I think I actually need to go lower. Another clue, if you preferentially ride in the drops. So let's say you go out for a ride and you're cruising around with your mates and you find that you're actually more comfortable here, the bars are too high. Okay. That means you need to go lower. So if you're actually preferentially gravitating to the drops, you can usually tolerate another 15 or 20 millimeters of extra drop to the bars. So you can potentially lower the stem down in that situation. If you find that you're always sitting up on the tops and you're protracting your scapulars around your chest wall and locking your elbows out like this, again, we're looking at the posture of the rider from the side here. In the mirror, if you've got one at home or on your video, you are probably a little bit too low.
Which is what I was able to do today, but I still noticed that it definitely feels still too low.
Now you can have a beautifully relaxed, low, aggressive position. You're holding it, no problems. But if your neck does not have enough extension so that you can look down the road 20, 30 meters ahead of you, you're going to run out of neck range. And eventually your neck's going to hurt from being on the end of its extension range like this. Now this in itself is a product of thoracic curvature. So if the person is more curved or flatter, or they've got amazing ability to flatten their spine down, they will have more neck extension versus...
It's like Weird Al says, everything you know is wrong.
Posturally based thing. But you may run out of neck extension.
If you if you look it up, I guarantee you're not even breathing right.
So essentially, if you're cruising along with you know, at a moderate pace, and within 45 minutes or an hour, the base of your neck is hurting quite a lot, and you don't find any relief from bringing the bars up or down, it could well be that you've got a bit of a postural problem, which is rounding your upper back.
That's fucking fair. I
So
forgot.
you can stretch this out and make some big inroads into this using the stretches that we showed you in the stretching video we did, and this will improve your neck extension. But if you find that your elbows and your shoulders feel nice and relaxed and everything's happy here in a bit of a nice aero position, but your neck is getting sore, you've got a secondary limitation to your drop. So, you know, we want to look at shoulder, elbow posture, but then secondary to that, we want to make sure your neck is not on the end of its range. Otherwise, you're going to run into troubles with your neck. And that is how to set your stem height.
Thank you, Neil.
Yep. Now, if you want to learn how to set
Sit on your bike,
your
lean
bike
against
seat,
the wall, or ask someone to hold the front of the handlebars. Put both feet on the pedals and pedal backwards until one of your feet is pointing down, 6 o'clock. Now move that foot forward so your heel sits on the pedal. You should have a straight leg. This is so that when you are pedaling on the ball of your foot, you have a slight bend in the knee. If your heel can't touch the pedal, then you will need to lower the seat. Undo the nut or Allen key where the seat post is inserted into the seat tube. Lower the seat and then sit on the bike again. If it is still not correct, then repeat the process until the saddle height feels right. If, while having your heel on the pedal, you still had a bend,
is that, oh yeah.
then you should raise bars.
And then there's the difference in, you know, bike stems and risers, threaded and fucking whatever this shit is. I used to sell a lot of this shit. Now I'm fucking looking for some. God damn it. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out now because I'm pretty sure my seat's gonna be perfect, but the handlebars is where like I'm having a significant amount of trouble with. I don't know what size I need of anything remotely. Like I don't know what, because I have a threaded, you know, one just like this. I know that much, but I'm trying to, you know, go this route, I guess. But I don't know what the diameter is. I don't of the tube. I don't know the diameter of my handlebar is, although I probably get different handlebars, so I guess it realistically would only count down to this, now that I think about it. But still, diameters. I don't know that, and I don't know how much thing, and like I feel like I need the max, which I found a 225, but then everywhere else that I looked is like, no, don't fucking do that. Don't do that. You only need like a 50. You want a 50 to 70. And then I no matter if I ask DeepSeek or Kimmy, fucking, they're like, yeah, it'd be comical to get a fucking 225. I'm like, what? Why? Like, I need higher. They're like, no, actually, like I don't understand. But I did try out, you know, what they ended up suggesting, or the I think it was Kimmy suggested, and I took mine and rose it up, you know, to its minimum or maximum that you could, and then rotated my bars inward, because actually the you know, they were more upright or even almost out, and that definitely helped. But I still don't understand why getting a short one of these fucking, like, I feel like I would need at least whatever length this was, which was 4 inches, which is, I forget how many millimeters, but yeah, this is giving me a fucking headache trying to figure out if I need new handlebars and what kind to get. Well, it's not even for bikes that look like that. Like, I don't ride a bike that looks like that. I ride a fucking mountain bike. That's a fucking. I don't know bike types very well. I never did. I know I used to sell bike shit, but all I know is recumbent's a fun word. Okay. I think he was riding, you know, like a track official bike, like not even a city bike. I don't know. I swear to God, I don't know how fuck people ride fixies so goddamn much. I remember back in the day, everybody was always, you know, talking about their fixies. And then even now, I you know, get TikToks about bike people talking about, you know, riding fixies across town and shit. God damn, like, there's no fucking way. I need my gears, man. Give me my fucking gears, fixies. Okay. You're gonna learn a thing right now. So, you know how, you know, whatever speed bikes have different gears, right? Yes, we're getting there though. So yeah, a fixie. Well, if a fixie is a specific one, because it's not just, you know, a one geared bike. That's completely different. Um, you know, you have your 7-speed or whatever, 12-speed, 26-speed, or 21-speed. And then there's your regular bike that has just one gear, but it's still not a fixie. If you can coast on it, it's not a fixie. A fixie is exactly that, a fixed gear, like you said, but with the caveat of it's literally fixed. So there's no backpedaling, there's no coasting. You are 100% of the time pedaling your ass off. There is no stopping. And, you know, a lot of the times people with fixies don't ride with brakes because they just are pointless. So you have to learn to skid to brake, or, you know, learn how to backpedal really well. Like, fixies are a whole nother level of bike. I mean, that's almost half of a fixie. Those stupid backpedal brakes. I remember those. But yeah, you generally with those, it's like a car guy. You really want to know your gear ratio, your cadence, which if you don't know what your cadence is, you got to get this little tracker that goes on your pedal that, you know, tells you how fast you're pedaling at certain well, like that one guy, well, no, what? I forgot, what the fuck was he talking about? Because there's several different things to monitor. You got your cadence. That's the only one I can think of right now. Moral of the story: when you're going to be using something that's physically working out essentially your entire body for potentially hours on end, you want to be sized appropriately for it. Like, I did the measurements to get the frame enough, but I never went past that when I got the bike. I was just like, cool, it's here, put it together. Was like, I'll put a seat on my wish list. I did that, didn't even fucking measure, and just boom, started riding it. And my pain just started getting worse and worse. So I'm gonna hope that all these physical therapy exercises I've been doing and changing up some of that helps everything. I was thinking about Silent Hill tonight, but I figured I'm a little too manic for that. So we'll try to recoup, plan. I want to try to do these controllers. I don't want to bust through them, but I also want to bust through them just for the purpose, because he was asking me like, how long did it take you? I was like, fuck, I don't know. I mean, 3 days. Like, I could go home and look at it, and I looked at it. It's like, yeah, like doing this whole bin right here should take at minimum 7 hours. You've been trying not to fall asleep. So yeah, it's good. It's been working out. I have been avoiding updating the graphics because we've been having good signal, with exception to one day for like maybe 10 minutes. But it's been green. It hasn't been dropping. I haven't been seeing any rendering or encoding lag. Everything's been at 0.0%. Definitely good. And that's the shitty part. I'm pretty sure even with my threaded thing for my handlebars, that I would have to get a new riser and stem and handlebars, not just handlebars, because it's like, even though there is a bolt to undo it, it's not like a clamp that's holding on the handlebars. I don't think I could bend it to get the handlebars out to switch it out, as the moral of the story. Nice change from the last time I tried to play. What, when I needed to have a fucking Snickers? Which is pretty much always. I don't like Snickers. My fault. I'm particular. Let's go with that. Yeah, essentially, I gotta look at all this stuff. Some of them, you know, come with both the stem and the or the riser and the stem. Oh, that's only $23 actually. That's not bad. I was gonna say last time I was on here, I saw the only one I saw like that was like 44 or something. But yeah, either way, it's a pain in the ass. Because here's the thing with that is not only do you have to think about how high the riser that you get is, but also the diameter of it. And then you got to go into the stem and the diameter of that. And there is the rise on that as well, and the length. And then once you get to the handlebars, that one I'm trying to get to show you because it'll be a lot easier. There is the width, which again, hold on. The laser edge 10mm sections, customizable length to meet specific needs. So you can cut it down to 560 from 600. But anyway, you've got your width that you can cut. Then you've got your riser, the center part again, another riser, and then the diameter of the handlebar there. Which they're showing it like circumference, but it's the diameter. And then, of course, you've got your up sweep and your back sweep. There's a lot if you really fucking start getting like that's why getting fitted for a bike and go into a bike shop is ridiculously expensive generally. Or notoriously, I guess I should say. Most of the angled stuff like that, the back sweep and the up sweep are generally more universal, but the width, you generally always cut your bars every like if you're getting fitted for a bike, you're cutting your handlebars. And you know, you're finding the correct riser, you're getting the correct stem and all that stuff. Like all that you definitely are more paying attention to. Ah. After the switch I did today, I'm looking at this now and looking at the 70mm rise, which was one of that it suggested instead of my 161 that I was showing you. I could see how that might actually make more sense. It's this one instead of that one. So it's a little rise, but more than I have now. I think mine are essentially 30. Like There's really nothing there. And it's a, you know, just turning them slightly is about all you got. I honestly don't even know how I'd measure the rise. I haven't checked on that. I've just been trying to find what I need. Oh fuck, but even then, I would still need to get that because I don't think I can switch out the handlebars with the threaded shit. Price difference between them? Uh, like almost $4 cheaper. Even if they don't go on sale and the sale ends, they're still a little over $1 cheaper than the other ones on sale. So, regardless, they are cheaper. This is definitely one of the parts where I'm trying to do the Adam Savage route. You know, especially since I'm not 100% on measurements. I don't want to, you know, go off and get, you know, some like $200 seat and, you know, spend a couple $100 on handlebars and shit. Like, even the seat, like originally I had a $60 seat saved. You know, it's not the cheapest I wanted, but it's the only one I found at the time. But then I ended up coming across another one, or found out that that one, A, wasn't the right size, and B, came across one that was, and was like $25 cheaper. So, yeah. Not really. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, with the way that our financial situations are, yes. But in the concept of like quality and whatnot, like it's the same thing with everything, really. But I think the first time that I kind of learned it was music equipment. I always said that you know, if you're interested in an instrument like guitar, bass, start out in the, you know, $300 to $700 range minimum. Do not go below 300. Like, that's just like if you're not interested but you kind of want to check it out, that's one, you know. And at that point, like, why are you getting a guitar? Just to have around the house. Then you're spending, you know, $150 on a guitar just to have around the house. Oh yeah, and then the next tier for that was like 1,200 to 2,200. $1,200 guitars. That's when you really start getting into some nice quality. A lot of craftsmanship, a lot of high end hardware. But yeah, I mean, it's unaffordably expensive. It's like when I was talking about the bike that I ended up getting with my bio mom. I was telling her because originally I was thinking about, piecing together my bike, but then I started, looking it up. I was like, fuck. Right, if you do that, it's like $1,000 just for the frame. If you get, the frame for frames. Just like building a fucking computer. Fuck. I gotta drink more water. I mean, that's the best way to get one for those types of reasons. I mean, that's exactly how I had drums for a little bit. Like, I was never I was always that interested in playing drums, but drums are the one thing that there is no real entry level. Like, entry level for drums is over $1,000. Like, I'm pretty sure, and then cases are like $600. Like, drums are absolutely insane. I always wanted to play them, but I never got a chance to. I was told they were too loud and I couldn't. So if I got a guitar, they'd get me guitar lessons. But I got a guitar and I never got guitar lessons. So I said, fuck this. Then I spent the night at somebody's house. Then they were like, hey, here's a bass. Let's record a song. And I was like, okay. Then they were like, hey, let's play on the worship team together. And I was like, what? I don't. And they're like, well, I need a bass player tonight. Come on. And I was like, okay. And then I threw up and we did it. And then I started doing that for a couple years. And then I played bass for like 15 years. The end. Oh, but then I bought my own bass. Pretty sure I told you that story too. And that was a long day. That was the credit card. They were like, why are you trying to spend $5,000 the same day you got it? That's got to be fraud. I was at Guitar Center for 6 hours. Literally an entire shift. Yeah, no joke. I went in, I got a bass that was $2,200, and they knocked it down to $1,200 for me. And then I got two Goliath 3, well, it was a 7-string bass, by the way. And I got two Goliath 3s, 750 watt each. They had, so it was basically 2 4 stacks or 2 half stacks, if you will. Those were 750 each. That's another 14. And then the head that I got was an SWR something Pro. So like another 1,000. Plus, cables and I got a case for it. I got a coffin case. I got a hard case for my amp, which was like another $200. Yeah, I went all out on bass equipment. It was for graduation. This is my graduation present to myself. You have a bass? I actually have 2 coffin cases. One of them much nicer than the other one. And yeah, the $1,000 bass is in the nicer one. An acoustic? Ooh, I always wanted an acoustic bass. Fuck. It was crazy because, like, you know, there's always that stereotypical good guy playing the fucking acoustic guitar at, you know, drunken bonfires and shit. And there was this one time I finally found a fucking acoustic bass when we were all drinking and lighting shit on fire, and I was like, fuck yes. I want one of these. Oh, regular acoustic. Oh. Yeah, I've got a 7-string Bill Dickens signature series Conklin. I've got a Nikki Sixx Thunderbird, Blackbird, something rather. And then I've got a custom Frankenfuck Ibanez monstrosity, awesome thing. Like it was the original bass that I got, you know, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get into this. I'm not gonna spend hundreds of dollars on this right now. So I got this little starter pack at the pawn shop for $100 that came with this little amp and a bass. And like, it was a shitty bass. It was a shitty Ibanez. But I lit it on fire. I dragged that thing through gravel eventually, and, like, you know, tried to get it all punk rock looking. And then eventually I got the, you know, $2,000 bass, and well, and you know, that's not what I paid, but that's with the MSRP. So we got that one and stopped playing the other one completely, really. And then eventually, you know, after the worship team ended and I joined the other band, my guitarist got me the Nikki Sixx bass, and that's when I decided to redo my other bass and finally bring it out of retirement and have 3 basses to rotate between. Well, technically 4, because they had another bass that I would use too. But yeah, I changed out all the hardware, sanded it down, had it professionally painted. It has Dark Alice on it. Oh, definitely. Actually, Huh. Looking. I know I have pictures of it somewhere. I thought that would be easier than getting pictures of it, but I have pictures of it when I was taking it apart and everything. Damn. Oh. Oh, it's probably in the fucking folder that says base build. It was right fucking there. Uh. There we go. That's what it looked like before. Pieces, sanded, painted, new parts. That was all that. Oh yeah, I painted my initials on the fucking pickups. And that's what it turned out as. I'm pretty sure I spent $500 in parts. Like it turned from that $100 into that $300 to $700 range that I was talking about. Oh, and if you didn't notice, I cut off all the knobs and just installed a kill switch, which took several actual guitar technicians weeks to figure out. Because I never make anything simple. But yeah, I don't like knobs. I don't like knobs. The crazy part is my 7-string has like 8 knobs. It's ridiculous. There's so many fucking knobs. I think there's 3 pickups, so there's 3 knobs for that, a knob for volume, a knob for tone. And on top of that, no, there was a toggle switch for the fucking pickups. That's right. There's so much shit going on with the 7-string. It's a very overstimulating bass. It's fucking 20 pounds. It has too many strings. It has too many knobs, and it's not even the right color. I asked for the cherry red, and I got the fucking like cedar wood color. Yeah, here we go. I'll show you. So this is the one I wanted, which you can see it's still going for almost $1,400. That's a good sign. Look at that fucking cherry. Oh, it's beautiful. Is it too small? Do I need it? Here we go. Boop. Isn't it lovely? But here's the one I ended up with. This pea-stained looking one. No, it's still pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's still a fucking 7-string beautiful bass. I swear to God, mine has more knobs than that. And a fucking little switch. So yeah, even the red one had more knobs than that. Okay, so there's different... So now you've seen the color, but imagine this many knobs and that little toggle right there. 6 knobs and a toggle switch. Yeah, it's definitely not the color I asked for, but I mean, you know, them giving me a few $1,000s off was... I wasn't really gonna complain that much. I still got to brag for the next like 20 years that I got a 7-string bass, and I still do to this day. But I don't really play bass anymore, and yeah. Oh, God damn it. I just realized somebody hit me up this morning about picking up my other bike, and I was like, cool, fuck it, sure, let's get it out of here. Give me the money. When can you get here? You know, not really, but essentially. I was, you know, more specifically, I was like, sure, that's acceptable. I'll be in the city later today and available after this time. Does that work? When are you available? And I didn't get any response. Like, motherfucker, god damn it. You lowball the fuck out of me and then don't even reply back. I'll fucking block you in a couple days. I block everybody that doesn't reply on that shit. I mean, he's kind of the first one that's essentially tried to rip me off or lowball me. Everybody else is just, will you accept this? Or yeah, I'll take it. And then nothing, just ghost. I can't think of another real lowball offer. I mean, there's definitely been people, that have haggled with me, but usually I accept everybody's thing unbegrudgingly. From what I recall. Oh shit, how many comments have I made today? I see it. I see it. I see my comment for you. Do the stuff and things so you can get a PC. Dead Rose. 1 day ago, there it is. Nobody liked it. Nobody. Not even creator. Although he didn't like anybody's, to be fair. I don't see yours now. Yours are probably buried the fuck in there somewhere, though. That's probably, why you didn't see mine too, because nobody liked it. And there's 1,200 comments. They got ratioed. It's a me, a ratio. I used to do that for the girls. That's actually completely true. that wasn't even a bit. Yeah, emoji. I don't know why. There were these chicks in my math class. Well, I mean, we were in the same grade together, so we had every class together. But yeah, and every there was one time in math class, it was just like, it's a me, a ratio, and then they just kept making me do it, for the rest of our known existence. I will BRB. Uh, day is it? Oh, tomorrow Sunday. I have things coming tomorrow. Oh, I got some workout slidey things. Oh, that's right. My bath stuffs. I got new pillowcases because mine are shredded. They are like 20 years old at this point. Back in the day, I think it was... Fuck. I guess around 2005. Yeah. Holy fuck. 20 years. I got a like $1,500 Bed Bath & Beyond full bedroom set. Like, I got the fucking every decorative pillow that came with the set. I got the whole fucking the duvet, the sheets, the shams. I got the fucking oh shit, I have the trash can, I got the lotion dispenser, the towels, the hand towels, the face towels, the fucking shower curtain. Like, I got the whole fucking thing. And it's finally like been wearing down on me. The towels, they shredded like within the last couple years. I replaced those. Yeah, the shams finally started like a few months ago. At the edges, like when I shake it to put the pillow in all the way, it started ripping there. But now all of a sudden, when I got sick and went to urgent care, I came back and like was trying to move, and I just ripped the shit out of the center of it just because the fabric's so frail from being washed so many goddamn times. You work every day till Wednesday? Fuck were we talking about? Oh, because of what day it is? So it doesn't really matter because you have to work. I forgot what's your new trabajo? Yeah, okay. I remembered that conversation this time. Are you a pharmaceutical salesman? I forgot. God damn it. Yeah. 11:26. New job. Full on. Just waiting on background check and drug test. So what the fuck do you mean? I was like, I know I'm not thinking things. Yeah, Fabric does that. But what the fuck is it? Because a moment ago, it sounds like you didn't have it at all, and you just applied, and that's it. But this makes it sound like you've got it, and you're just waiting to pass the fucking background check. You've gone through the interview process and everything else. You're just waiting on your fucking background and drug tests. They don't even drug test unless you have it. So, like, I don't see how you don't have another job. Swear to God. I swear to God. Oh, so you are going to be a pharmaceutical salesman. Nice. I nailed it. Fuck yeah. If only you were black, it would be just like Psych. I could be Sean, you could be James, or I mean, Gus. I feel like you'd make a great Gus, to be honest. Now, the more I think about it, like, you'd constantly be questioning every goddamn thing I did. Why do I always gotta do this? Why is it my fault? Getting tired of my stupid fucking nicknames. Pajama Bottoms Johnson. Oh fuck, that's the other thing that's coming tomorrow. I also got a little rubber hose attachment for my sink so that I don't have to fucking carry or bend down and carry, a gallon of water from the bathtub to my ultrasonic cleaner. I can just put the thing on the sink and turn on the sink and fill it with a hose right there. Yeah. Because, like, I spent over a week not being able to clean any of the controllers. And then once I started to, I was like, fuck. I have to fill this thing up like 3 times. Like, bending down was difficult the first day that I was trying. I've definitely lost a lot of mobility, but I'm getting mobility back, so there's that. I'm sitting terribly right now. Oh man. I'm able to sit though, that's nice. I'm so excited for these little things too. They've been on, they're only $7, but they've been on my wish list for years. Because at first, like, I didn't really, have a specific use for them. I was just like, oh, that, sounds like some cool piece of workout equipment I could use. But now I've actually been, doing some like nerve flossing, which would be a lot more beneficial if I had something that could slide instead of, generating static electricity or getting rug burn. Because especially one of the exercises I've been doing, the flossing, it's lying supine, and one leg stretched out, and then the other one, your heel, well, your knees bent, and then your heel slides till full extension, and then back. So like doing that on carpet with barefoot isn't an option, and then doing it with socks on is just uncomfortable. Shoes is even worse. Like, yeah, I have a yoga mat, but that doesn't fucking work because then the mat just fucking moves. What would be nice if we did have hardwood floors. Yeah, they really become quite a pain in the ass at some point. Well, it is just about that time. I'd say we're both pretty tired. You're probably more tired than I am. But I'll let you go. You go get some sleep. Especially since you got work. I did feed Ariel, so I got it looks like she didn't eat, so I gotta go poke her with a stick or something and get her to eat her fucking food. Didn't eat breakfast either today. Ugh. And then tomorrow, start working on all these controllers. Try to knock them out, but we'll see. Realistically, I know I can get them done before Tuesday, but I also don't want to get them done before Wednesday, which is a day after Tuesday. But yeah, good luck. Thank you. Bye. Good night.